Okay, okay. Well, it looks like I might possibly be putting my foot in my mouth when it comes to the Samsung Galaxy Fold because it has actually sold out in South Korea. Let's get into it. What's up, guys? Welcome back once again to the DC Show. This is T. McNeil. So yes, guys, it does appear once again that I am going to be putting my foot officially in my mouth because according to South Korea, the Galaxy Fold has already sold out. Now, keep in mind, guys, during this entire article about the fact that the Galaxy Fold did sell out in Korea, but what it is, it's like a test phase, guys. This was only phase one of pre-orders, so they wanted to see, how well the Samsung Galaxy Fold was going to actually sell. Now that the first batch of orders have sold out, now what Samsung is doing, they're going to release a second batch of orders available in South Korea later on this month in September. Okay, guys, but this is pretty good starting off with Samsung, and if this is any indication, this item might actually do well. Now, this is just according to South Korea. Obviously, the device hasn't hit the United States yet, but when it does, it may sell out as well. Okay, it may. Okay, but right now this is only in South Korea, and it does appear that it's looking good for Samsung. All right, but I want to go over some information with you guys because I found some things very interesting I want to talk about really quick, and obviously get you guys thoughts and opinions on there. There's some stats on here that they ran, and we're going to go over that right now. So, guys, it does say that according to industry sources cited in a Korean report, the first batch of pre-orders may have contained around 1,000 units. The units have been sold through the three major South Korean carriers. It's pertinent to note here that this number doesn't include the units that Samsung has directly sold online and through its retail stores. Furthermore, customers who had pre-ordered their units through carriers have started to receive their units today. Most of the customers are said to be in their 20s and 30s, with almost 90% of them being male. Alright, so again, pretty good for Samsung, and I did find it interesting that it's a lot of 20s and 30 something year olds that's ordering these devices, but then again, it kind of makes sense because 20s and 30s are kind of like more in depth, especially when it comes to technology. We're more fine-tuned, we're more closely in touch when it comes to technological advancements in technology and anything new that's on the marketplace. Now, I'm not saying that 40s baby boomers like 50s and older don't get into new technology as well, but it's just a little bit more pertinent that the younger generation tends to navigate and flock towards new technology faster than others. Okay, I mean, that's really the reason why, guys, in my opinion, that when your parents ask you certain questions about your phones, and because they don't know, okay, how do you work this, how do you work that, they go into settings, how do I change this around, what does that mean, okay, because it's just a different generation. Okay, so like I said, if you're in your 20s or if you're in 30s like myself, you're a part of, I guess, the in crowd, so to speak. You tend to follow new technology as it advances than older folks. I mean, that's just a well-known fact. Okay, now, most of them being male, I'm a little surprised by that, and I'm only saying that because you have a lot of females out here as well that enjoy new technology just as much as the men. Okay, but again, keep in mind, guys, that this is only in South Korea. We're not talking about here in North America, in the United States. Okay, obviously, when it does hit this country, I think those numbers are going to be vastly different. How different is no way I'll be able to tell you that, but I don't think when it hits the States that it's going to be 90% male. I think it's going to be a lot more females involved when it comes to the numbers. Okay, I mean, it could be a half and half situation. It could be an 80-20. It could be a 50-50. We just don't know. Okay, but again, like I said, 20s and 30s tend to follow new technology and trends more, like I said, than the older generation. Okay, because older generation, I think, are kind of more stuck in their ways, and they're not really willing to learn what's new and upcoming, in the marketplace. Again, that's just my personal opinion. Okay, but let me know, guys, what you believe and feel about that statement. Okay, now, Also, guys, note that Korea, they're saying that customers in Korea, will be taking part in the second pre-order, as I mentioned, guys, and that's going to be September the 18th. Okay, so if they pre-order on the 18th, they're saying that the unit should arrive on September 26th. And lastly, they're saying that Samsung is expected to make up to 30,000 units available to customers in home country initially. Okay, guys. Obviously, Samsung is a South Korean company, so it only makes sense. So let me know down below, guys, in the comment section how y'all feel about the information. It does make sense for them to, test this theory out with their units and see how well it sells in its own home country. It's the same thing with Sony, okay, in Japan. Sony's a Japanese company, Nintendo's a Japanese company, you see what I'm saying? So obviously, they always want to test the waters first in their home country, alright? Usually, products do, I'll say this. When it comes to home countries, they usually do pretty well, but sometimes that's not always the case, okay? So, but again, this is a South Korean company. It's selling out, and again, it's a good look for Samsung. Now, if they can take that same momentum and bring it over here to the States, then we're pretty much in business, okay? And also a side note about the Galaxy Fold. If you guys actually pre-ordered the Fold, I believe it was back in April of this year, 2019. What Samsung's actually doing now is they're issuing company credits of $250. Okay, for those devices. Okay, so obviously they had to pull them off the shelves. Anybody that pre-ordered, they couldn't get the device because they were having too many issues with it. So again, they're going to be issuing a $250 credit towards anything else from Samsung as well. Okay, guys. So if you did pre-order, they canceled it, but on the flip side, they're going to give you again some money towards something else. So again, you really can't beat that. And hey, who knows? You can take that $250 and put it to the new device that's coming out either this year or the revamped one that's going to be coming out in 2020. Okay, guys, that I made a video about. So any comments and questions, leave it down below. But like I said, I found it interesting, and I definitely get you guys' thoughts and opinions on that. All right. Also, guys, make sure that you like and share the content. I would definitely appreciate it. And then if you enjoy it, make sure that you hit the subscribe button. It will help out the channel a whole lot. Alright, so I appreciate you guys watching and listening and tuning in. Until the next time, have a good one.